What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hey, stay put. I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now, so stick around. As you can see, I'm messing around with the front suspension now, and I already took out the auto tie rod, and as you can see, the lower control arm is missing. It's because it got sent out to get it extended plus 25 millimeter, and that will give me a little bit more of steering angle while I'm drifting. And since I can't afford the full angle kit, so with this extended, it will help. Also, once you extended the lower control arm, you have to extend the inner tie rod. So I went with the 2003 Nissan Maxima, and I bought this from Oreilly. So here's the part number. Cost me about 28 bucks each. So the auto tie rod will be compatible to the inner tie rod. So if it's a little bit too long, I may have to cut it. Alright. Yeah, it might be some cutting involved, so I'm not sure. So I guess we find out in a bit here. I decided not to make a video because I kind of figured that it may or may not be important, but I could show you guys what I did. Alright, so the lower control arm with the ball joint where I'm pointing, it's kind of dark, but it will be behind the knuckle, and for the nut right here is size 24 millimeter. All right, and I also it has a tension rod which is attached with the lower control arm, and it has two nuts, and that is size 17. Alright, and it's pretty straightforward. It's nothing hard. So once you loosen up, there's like a nut back there that's holding the lower control arm. That is size 17 as well. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And then the lower control arm, it just comes out easy. So while I'm waiting for my lower control arm sometime today, I'm not in a rush, but some other things here I want to show you. This item right here is one of the cheap ones that I bought from Amazon. It's a oil catch can. So it's a universal, and I think it cost me about probably $27, but I'll leave the part number in the description, and you guys can check it out. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. Yeah, so to have an oil catch can is to prevent oil buildup or oil blow by into your intake manifold. So the less oil buildup, the better. So this is not, it's not like a high-end oil catch can. It's just a very, I guess you can say, generic. Alright, so like I said, there's nothing fancy. Oil catch can. That's pretty funny, but oh well. Okay, everything all labeled in and out. It even had a little bracket here so that you can mount it. I'm not too sure where I'm going to mount it at, but I figure it out. It also has a dipstick. So how would I know it's full? Oh, okay, it has a little, well, it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little line right there. That's for my minimum, but I can't tell where's the max. I would say right there. Alright. Which is cool. Okay. The quality is, this is aluminum. Not too fancy. It has a built-in baffle. Okay. Comes out. Alright. Okay. What's in the box? Oh, this hose right here is not gonna do it. It's too flimsy. But I already read a lot of the reviews, and most of them would say that the hose that they provide is no good. So you're gonna have to buy your own hose, which is fine with me. I can just get some high pressure hose, and that should do it. Alright, coming with all these fitting here. Looks like they have 3 sizes. Yeah, they have 3 sizes. So I'll probably go with the bigger one. It's not what you guys think, alright? Yeah, I'll probably go with that size right there. Here, let me show you guys. Alright. So I'll probably go with this. Alright, so there's not much. It does not include instruction. But you know what? It's alright. I found a spot to install the oil catch can. It's on the driver's side. Just remove those grommet. Good thing that, you know, the hole is already threaded out, so I'm sure this is a size 10 millimeter. For the oil catch can, for the bracket, all I did was take these Allen bolt out and just flip the bracket up. That way I can put the oil catch can just like that. And then I'm gonna have the 2 holes run through this little throttle cable bracket, and then goes to the PCV. I did notice something, that these holes are a little bit too small. I'm going to have to drill it out just a little bit. That way I could put the 10 millimeter bolt on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and install these fitting. And then they should come with O-ring. Guess not. Okay, well, I'm not worried about it. I could always use Teflon. So after applying the Teflon tape, and it should look like this. This fitting here is size 19 millimeter. Alright, and then I'm just gonna have to go to the auto store and get some high pressure hose, find the correct size for this fitting, and I'm gonna have to pre-drill that hole just a little bit, that way it can fit the 10 millimeter bolt to the firewall. And yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And so hopefully installing the oil catch can, and I have another part that's coming in, and that is the oil pressure regulator. So that's going to be another video, and hopefully this two part it should solve my white smoke. If you guys check my previous video at the track, white smoke coming out from my exhaust. And so I already did all the basic checkup. Everything seems fine. So I guess replacing the oil restrictor, it didn't help. So once I run with the oil catch can and the oil pressure regulator, there's no need to run an oil restrictor. So because the regulator is already preset already, so I believe it's about like 40 or 42 psi, so everything is all preset. So so at this time I'm just gonna go to the auto store and get some high pressure hose for the correct size for this fitting right here. There's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. Having an oil catch can I highly recommend. It doesn't matter if your car is built for street or track, professional level, is recommend, you know. I'm back from the auto store, and I went and bought a 2 yards of the high pressure hose. As far as routing the line to the oil catch can, I'm thinking about just put like a rubber cap and block it, and just gonna run one line to the oil catch can. And for the oil catch can, I'm gonna put a rubber cap on this one, on this side. Yeah, I mean, I could run this side back to the intake manifold, which is fine. So I'm thinking about just going to run one line. Yeah, so that's pretty much. And I already draw a hole, that way, you know, I could put like a 10 millimeter bolt. I already mounted the oil catch can, and it doesn't look too bad. Is it a ricer? You know what, whatever works, right? Okay, so right now I'm gonna measure the length that I need for the hose and go from there. I decided to install 2 hoses just because it just looked more complete that way. This is how I do it. I have one hose, this one right here, it will goes to the in, and then the other hose out, it will goes to the intake manifold. So yeah, I mean, if I did wrong, please correct me. Alright, so I just got a call, and my lower control arm is complete, so I'm gonna go and pick it up, and so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and here are the extended lower control arm. And I just want to say thank you, Charles, for fabricate. and everything looks good. So yeah, he already primed it, but I cleaned it with a brake cleaner, so it kind of removed all the primer, so which is fine. I'm gonna paint this low control arm blue, and then finish it off with the clear coat. I'm gonna go ahead and install the lower control arm. The paint is still kind of tacky, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and install it. What the heck? Control arm is on, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all the bolts. Yeah, dude, everything looks good, man. I like it. All the bolt, they all tighten up. Same thing to the other side. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the inner tie rod. That way I can put the new one, the 2003 Nissan Maxima. And so yeah, there's not much to it, and let's get it done. I removed the inner tie rod, and it wasn't bad at all. The bottom one is the R32 Skyline, and the top one is the Nissan Maxima. Man, oh man, look at that size difference. R32, man, you need work to do. No wonder they call you Nissan Maxima. Look at that, goodness. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and install this inner tie rod. Before you install the inner tie rod, make sure you apply some thread locker. I'm using the color blue, and they have some other ones too, but with this one it should do. And you just apply to it. It doesn't have to be too much. Oops, way too much. Alright, then go ahead and install it. The inner tie rod is on. It's just a mock-up for now. The outer tie rod is on there, max out, and I've noticed that if I straighten the knuckle out, it's just very close. So I may have to cut the inner tie rod a little bit shorter. That way it could come close to the hole as possible. Alright, so for me to figure out how much do I need to cut, I'm just gonna use this nut as a reference. Loosen up a little bit, and then take the outer tie rod out. So let's measure. The length of this outer tie rod. Huh. It's not even all the way down here like I think it would. Okay, anyways. Okay, so I would say per cut half of that, per half of this. Yeah, per cut half of that, and then go from there. I don't want to cut too much because it might be too much. So yeah, let's try half of that. I'm gonna cut it off and go from there. If it's good, then I'll do the same thing to the other side. So let's get some cutting going and get this thing out of here. I measured it and it's almost 2 inches, so I'm gonna cut an inch off, and like I said, and go from there. And I'm sure I don't need to cut any more after that. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I forgot to mention, make sure you put on the nut first, all right, before you cut. That way when you cut, and then you can use the nut to push it out so it can re-thread it. All right, so it can smooth all the thread. Okay, so if you guys don't have the nut in there and you cut, you guys are gonna have a hard time putting the nut on a thread. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and install it, and we see how does it look like. Okay, the inner tie rod is on. The outer tie rod is secure onto the knuckle. It's not fully tiny yet. It's just a mock-up. I just want to see how everything goes. I did an eyeball alignment. The model called 2020. Yeah, so far so good. Hopefully it turns out good. Hopefully I don't come across anything up here, because it did push everything up. Yes, alignment will be a recommend. All right, so if we take the R32 inner tie rod, let me measure this all over here. Okay, it just at the end of the outer tie rod, that's not going to do it. That's why, you know, you have to upgrade to the 2003 Nissan Maxima. Damn, I guess the R32 Skyline ain't Maxima enough. Oh man. Okay, so it is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna test it out to the other side, and if it's good, then I'm gonna cut the other side the same length how like I did to this one. And cutting 1 inch off, that's good enough. You don't want anything lower than that, because I'm really close to max out already. All right, so 1 inch is good enough. I forgot to mention, I'm still going to use the rack spacer, and it doesn't affect anything. And so if you want to use it, you can. If you don't, that's okay. The rack spacer, you can find it in GK Tech website, and it's on a couple $, and it doesn't hurt. All right, got everything all together. Everything is all tight. I didn't bother to put the rack booth because it's just too messed up. So I'm gonna order both of them, and so once it gets here, and then I'll put it back on. At the meantime, let's put the wheel back on and drop it down, and let's see how does it look like. Damn, look at that camber, dude. Something is wrong, dude. Oh, shoot. Nah, I'm just kidding. I need to stop messing around here. Alright, let's get this shit done. Alright, so I got all the wheel lug nut. They're all tight and secure to the spec. And yeah, I mean, it's not that aggressive. It does poke out a little bit more. And I'm just waiting for the result once the car is dropped, and we'll see how's it look like. For sure we need alignment. Alright, so yeah, let's check it out. I forgot to mention that if you still have your factory anal tie rod, and if it's still good, keep them, because you just never know that you're gonna need them. And especially with all these factories, parts are very hard to come by. And so yeah, these are pretty much golden right now. And if drifting is not working out for me, and then I'm gonna have to change it back to factory, and you know, yep, I know, right? What if drifting is not for me? That's the question. Ooh, damn, check this out. It looks so nice. It's not too aggressive. I'm not sure how the video captured this, but in person it's pretty nice. Let's check the other side. Bam. Damn, not bad, but I could use some new wheels on the front. I'm thinking about maybe 17 by 9.5. That should do it. That will poke up the wheels just a little bit more. Hopefully the oil catch can will help me. There's not much to it. While I'm waiting for the oil pressure regulator. Yeah, I did a lot today. My back is killing me. Old man's problem. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys watched this video to the end, thank you very much. And if you guys think this video is helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm trying to get this R32 done as soon as possible and get back to the track for more seat time.